today I invited some of nurses before serving in Saudi Arabia. Again, they are planning to move to Saudi Arabia. We have nurses also. And today, maybe ma'ams, most of the ma'ams, you see the news in the health media. We announcement 200 nurses we are hiring for Dr. Suliaman Al Habib Hospital. That is officially we announced. And in the market, most of the people are not believing that one, because in Nepal, most of the hospitals is not coming to hire for especially for the Middle East, and we are the one we are bringing the hospital to Nepal to hire the Nepalese nurses, and we was working from since 6 years regarding this field. And from the beginning, when we started to approaching the recruitment for the Middle East, from that day, I'm connecting with Tara ma'am. I'm taking advice from her always. Here in nursing community, scared about we are draining the brain in the different countries, and we will be having problems like that, future like that. Tara ma'am always told me, if you take the nurses to out of the country, then how our people will getting the service. But I have always debate with ma'am, we are not sending our nurses to the Europe. If we deploy nurses to the Europe, they will be completely drained. They will never be back to us. If we send to nurses to the Middle East, they will be trained, not a drain. They will be trained, and once they back to Nepal, and any kind of the medical equipments or any kind of the international standard medical facilities, our nurses can provide to our countries as well. So that is my aim. That's why I'm approaching to the Middle East, and I'm bringing hospital to Nepal to hire the Nepalese nurses. We have already recruited 600 nurses in last 6 years. And out of the 600 nurses, many of the nurses, they back to Nepal, and they are serving in the different hospitals. Even they are serving in the Medicity, they are serving in the Grandi, they are serving in the Novik, they are serving in the Boyoda. All of the hospitals they are working. From the next day they are joining. So this is the good things to us. That's why I'm trying to produce the opportunity for Nepali nurses. And the main thing, ma'am, in Nepal, the nursing need training. Really, the Nepalese nursing community need the trainings, especially for our new graduate nurses. They need the trainings. And in Nepal hospitals, they are not providing that much qualified training for capacity buildings. So if we send them for at least 2 years or 4 years, they will be serving in Saudi. They will be well trained with the state-of-the-art equipment and the medical technologies. That is my target. That is my personal aim. And another aim also I'm sending in doctors also in Saudi Arabia, because in the Middle East itself is 3 million Nepalese are working there in Middle East area. Like a Middle East means we are considering 6 countries: Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai. Dubai is called the UAE, Oman, Kuwait. Like this kind of countries, there is a 3 million Nepalese is there, 30 lakhs, but there is no doctors. And there is no nurses before, and I'm taking the initiation, and we are sending nurses. Means most of the Nepalese are getting the medical, our own language medical service. So which is supporting to cure the disease, and supporting Nepalese community as well. And most of the families, they are married with the nurses, and they keep their family here. They are working alone there, and those families also getting chance to bring their family as a professional nurses visa. And they are working there. Many families, we already send around 40 families, we already send nurses to the Saudi Arabia. So this kind of opportunity I'm taking, and I'm providing the opportunity in the Nepali nursing community. So today's main target, what we are doing, that is already in front of you by the media, and we are very busy on the social media, and we are putting every activities in our social media. And, thanks God, we have deployed 55 nurses already in Suliaman Habib Hospital, and they was very satisfied. And today we have 2 nurses here. They are going to joining the Suliaman Habib Hospital. Before they was working in Saudi Arabia. So I just want to make open the forum to make questions with the doctor first. After then, I will call for our nurses. For the question,
you are a really smart person to address the one. I did not think about it when he said when we send nurses to Europe or UK or US, they will never come back. He's totally 100% right. While if you send them to the Middle East, they will exchange knowledge, they will transfer knowledge to Nepal. Not saying that Nepal is not, the knowledge is not good. No, it's not true. Actually, the Nepali nurses, we are so proud of them. They are really doing an excellent job. But they will gain knowledge. They will gain expertise. They will gain another, practice that they might take from the country. As he said, our hospital or JCI accredited, and I'm sure all of you know how is JCI. It's very strict accreditation when it comes to from A to Z, from nurses, their knowledge, their licensing, etc., equipment, the doctors, where are they from, regarding the mortality, morbidity, any medical legal cases, etc. Meaning that you are on the right track when you get your JCI accreditation. And also we have Sabahi. Sabahi is a local accreditation. It's actually even more difficult than JCI. And we are following all the rules and regulation. So I think going to Saudi Arabia is win-win situation. Win for us that we have manpower, and win for you, you will get the exchange knowledge. So I think it is win-win situation.
I have many concerns, but right now I actually want to ask only one question. Basically, what are the main requirements to go there and serve as a nurse?
For this, in the Middle East, we are now talking about the Saudi Arabia. We are not talking about all the Middle East countries. Saudi Arabia, there is a two major requirements is a Nepali nurses, nursing license, which must be a staff nurse. We cannot consider for the A&M or other below degrees. Staff nurse register, if they are registered in staff nurse, and minimum 3 years course, they need to be done, like a diploma. After the diploma, if the bachelor, BNS or PBBN, all are equivalent, that is accepted for the license. And as per the government of Saudi Arabia's medical council, that is a rule is a minimum 1 year. 1 year clinical experience is required, and the gap is not accepted. But one more thing I want to add, sir. Can I add, sir, about the freshers? Actually, I forget to sharing one good things. After our request, many requests, Dr. Suliaman Al Habib Hospital is offering for the bachelor nurses, not for the PCL, because the PCL, the age criteria is not matching, because the PCL means most of whenever they complete their PCL, their age will be 90 to 20. Yes, sir. And Saudi Arabia, the getting the visa, that must be completed 21. So the PCL is not eligible for that one. But the bachelor, if they complete the 22, the HMG group, Suliaman Habib Hospital group, is ready to provide job once they got the nursing license. The freshers, fresh graduate is ready to give the opportunity. If they will work 2 years or 4 years over there, once they back, they are eligible for all the sectors. And another one good things in Saudi, ma'am. Nepal, we have just started, I believe, because I'm not from the medical field, but I'm just looking for the news and following the nursing community. There is a specialist nurse, like a OB-GYN, the ICU, and someone for what is they called? Dialysis, right? Hemodialysis and other. In Saudi, if they will stay in one field, they will be specialized in that department. So that is very good. If there is a cath lab nurse, cardiac nurse, if they will be back to Nepal, Norway will badly looking for that nurse, because the Nepal nurse, we have an unstable career. They are just shifting the career, shifting the departments. Every 6 months they are working and they're shifting for the other department and shifting like that. But if in Saudi, that opportunity is there, they can work for longer and they can they can be perfect on their career. So that is a good things. And main things, this hospital is one of the best hospital in the world. It's published in the WHO. And I make a video. Sorry, sir. You know how I make the video? Because I have to show the things to our nurses, right?
Yeah, but now we sent you to many videos.
Yeah. Now, because the hospital, if that is a corporate, that's a big corporation, and the hospital will have every hospital individual management and monitoring by the top management. So we have a relation with the top management, but we don't have a relation in the individual hospital management. And if we go and making the video, that was a crime. But last time I was in Saudi, I've been one hospital I visited. I take small pictures, small videos to show my nurses what kind of hospital is there. And the hospital, if we see, even we cannot find 5-star hotel in Kathmandu. That kind of hospital facility is there. It's a big hospital, and the hospital, the Suliaman Habib Hospital is making the 500-meter big hospital. 500 meter, half kilometer, big hospital making. The Royan, from one signal, traffic signal, to till another traffic signal.
It's actually half kilo.
Yeah, half kilo. How many bedded in the
450.
450 bedded, and all the facilities there. All the facilities there. The lobby itself is a lobby itself like this one. The room. This is the way only.
No,
Passage only. More than bigger this one.
If you go inside, you would think this is a shopping mall.
That kind of.
Dr. Habib is he's a medical.
Yeah.
He's medical, but he's very much interested in architect. He's an architect, so he's interested to make the hospital always sunny, light coming, because he believes that light actually decrease depression of the patient, etc., and also spacious. He likes spacious area, very big area. So when you come, it's not really dull or dark. It's really very shiny.
And the day off, they are giving very organizedly day off, and it's making environment. It's like a very good environment with mixing with the multinational cultures, because there are 60 countries people are working in that company. 60 country. I just post in my social media. I have already post from Indonesia, India, China, Jordan. I have already started to post from the country to country. They are talking about come to Suliaman Habib and let's make a difference like that. We have already posted in the videos also. In Suliaman Habib Hospital, one good things, and we proud with our nurses. Our nurses keep a record. In Swedi branch, there is a completely 100% digitalized hospital. There is no paper. Complete paperless. Everything will be working by commanding. Voice commanding. That hospital, we are organic in Nepal. We can say we are organic, because still we are working in the paper in many places, and we are working physically by hard and by motivated. Our nurses going with that 100% digital hospital, and they are 100% success. And we got the feedback from the nursing director. They are 100% satisfied with our nurses. Yes. In the terms of the licensing exam in Saudi, they passed the exam in the first attempt. 100% passed. Our nurses make us proud, because there is a 60 country people are working there. And many countries' nurses, they are suffering for the licensing exam. But for us, they make us proud. That's why, really, ma'am, that's to be clapping for these things, ma'am. Because our nurses, whatever in our country, we know the things. We know how our nurses are, they are hard work and they are studying very well. Lots of things is they are doing. They are compromising their career in Nepal.
I want to ask one question. That is, what is the process of license exam in Saudi Arabia? You are taking the license exam, no? In our nurses, Nepalese nurses, they have already the license here. They have to take again the license in the whatever hospital they have to work. So what is the process of the license exam?
Such an important question. Let me start with the first question you asked, that regarding the license. License is very important in each country. You are worried that they already have a license in Nepal, so why they cannot practice with the same license? So the moment you change your country, the rules or regulations are to be followed of the land. So, and this is a healthcare sector, until and unless because you are treating the patient of that country. So a nurse or a doctor or a paramedics cannot practice without a license, and especially the nurses, because they have to touch the human body, because without the license they cannot practice. However, the licensing process is very easy. There are 3 criteria. A nurse could get a license in Saudi Arabia. They only have to produce 3 documents. The first one is their degree, the bachelor's degree or a diploma degree. The second one is their home country license, and the third one is the experience letter. That's all. These are the 3 documents which they need to produce, and they will be licensed there. However, there is a process. They have to go online, which Mr. Bal is very, very much expert in. So he will do the data flow and with the documents, and he will upload it on the system, and they will start the process of the licensing. In India, you have many centers, but I don't know about Nepal. You don't have Nepal 1. We have for Mumaris. Okay, so you have to go to a center, give the exam. The results takes around 2 weeks, and once the result come, they can have the license, and they can fly. Most of the hospitals, what they do is they accept nurses with the documents. However, the licensing exam they give in the country in Saudi Arabia. So just to make the process faster. Profession, which is the visas of a person is based on their profession. Maybe I think later on, maybe after 5 years, they might make this profession as a family visa profession. However, the doctors who are coming from any countries, this profession are allowed to bring their families together. However, there is an option number 2, which is like a nurse can go and join the company, and once she makes her Akama or the residence card, the moment she makes a residence card, she can sponsor the family. She can sponsor the family either on a visit visa, which nowadays, which is multiple 2 years, visit visa they can get, or they can bring them on a permanent visa. So the facility is there. Again, in that case, usually most of the nurses, they don't want to do that just to save the cost. Again, living in a different country, right now the nurses are living in our accommodation. It's a very amazing accommodation. The ambassador of Nepal came to visit our accommodation. They saw our accommodation, and he was so much happy to say that it is the wonderful accommodation our nurses from Nepal are going to stay. So if they are staying in our accommodation, however, if they bring the family, they have to stay outside. They have to rent an apartment. So this renting an apartment might be costlier to them. It does not mean that they cannot bring. They can bring. There are 2 ways to bring. I already told you.
BSc nursing, around 30 to 35 nurses are graduated from our nursing school. So I just want to ask one question. Is there any opportunity for upgrade their career? If they have already 4-5 years done in the clinical side or hospital, this hospital, if they want to get more education or something, they can be, or any benefits or facility from the hospital they will get.
A special area like intensive care, OR, etc. There is actually program for them to enroll in that one. Now for master degree, we already started, but we started in a lower scale. But the thought is there. There's big academic center, so we usually facilitate, but it's not yet the role now at the moment. But we started already master degree.
Academic 1 year training course like council approved. It is in your hospital. It is available.
Hospital have any facility? There is a 1 year diploma, 1 year short-term course like this academic course, academic course.
And, patient healthcare assistant. There is a program, and there is another program which is a 6-month program for non-nursing, like let's say, for example, people who graduate from from science. So they can go through this one, and they call them CA, clinic assistant. So we have, but it's not really open for everybody. It's really still in the early stages. It's open only for local.
No, however, Nepal nurses will not be benefited with that.
And they will not benefit from that.
So Saudi is highly expensive because the facilities of the academic sector in Saudi, that is a world standard. And they are following the completely standard by the American standards, and they are not compromising anything.
But even continuous medical education.
Yeah, medical. There is nowadays in Saudi, most Saudi government is offering for the Saudi females to study the nurses. Previously, it was the Saudi females are not working. Previously, just they are engaging in the families, and they study very well, very good. Saudi females, most of the Saudi females are mastered. They are holding the master degrees, yes. But they are not working before. The Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as a crown prince, he changed Saudi become a new Saudi. Before, we see whenever we talk about the Saudi, people must be wearing the hijab, they cannot show the face, yes, they cannot wear the common dress, they cannot drive, they cannot run, they cannot come out without the male friends, like that. No, now Nepal and Saudi, there is nothing different. Nothing different. Keep पनि छैन अहिले. There is the Saudis girls are driving, Saudis girls are going in the pub, Saudis nurses, the Saudi women are going for the openly in the restaurants.
Even the space.
Yeah, even now just yesterday, Saudi sent four people in the space, in the moon.
And one of them is woman.
Yeah, one of them is woman. So Saudi is entirely changed.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am, and my colleagues. My name is Dijan Khati. I have done PCL nursing from Susma Korala Memorial Nursing Campus and bachelor from JF Institute of Medical Sciences. And I have worked in different hospitals in Nepal, like trauma center here in Kathmandu. Then I got pregnant, and some of the complications occurred in my pregnancy. So I discontinued my job and continue my motherhood. And after that, I got opportunity for Saudi Arabia. And like other families, Nepalese families, my family members, my parents, everyone said, नजाऊ त्यहाँ त गाह्रो छ हैन अनि अब बच्चा छोडेर त्यस्तो कन्ट्रीमा गाह्रो हुन्छ सेफ्टीको कुराहरू हैन केटी मान्छे भएर कसरी जाने लाइक दैट बट ओन्ली माई हस्बैंड ही सपोर्टेड मी एन्ड देन आई वेन्ट देयर एन्ड इट वाज टोटली डिफरेन्ट मैले इमेजिन पनि गरेको थिइनँ कि त्यस्तो इन्भाइरोमेन्ट मैले पाउँछु भनेर हैन अन्त उनीहरूले जुन केटी मान्छेलाई गर्ने जुन रेस्पेक्टहरू हुन्छ होइन अनि त्यस्तै गरिकन वर्किङ इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा नर्सेसहरूलाई उनीहरूले गर्ने जुन ट्रिट हुन्छ त्यो एकदमै डिफ्रेन्ट छ क्या नेपालभन्दा होइन अब जुन केटा मान्छेहरूले हामीलाई गर्ने जुन ट्रिटहरू हुन्छ होइन त्यो एकदमै डिफ्रेन्ट छ क्या अनि जस राम्रो लाग्यो त्यहाँ गएर होइन त्यहाँको जस एक्सपिरियन्स राम्रो लाग्यो अनि म ब्याक टु घर आएर पनि 2 इयर्स काम गरेँ जेदा नेसनल हस्पिटलमा अनि फेरि म त्यहीँ सुलेमान अल हबिबमा जान लागेको छु म एक्लै जान्छु मेरो नानी पनि छ नानी लाँदिनँ यहीँ पढेर छु म एक्लै जान्छु हजुर सक्छु हजुर त्यहाँ नेपाली बोल्छ होइन सरी हामी पेसेन्टसँग अरबी बोल्छ होइन अनि yeah English also and most of the people they are Arabic so we speak Arabic language also
She learned Arabic now.
yeah एकदमै राम्रो छ म्याम तपाईलाई केटा मान्छेले यसो आँखा उठाएर पनि हेर्दैन हामीलाई है अनि हामीलाई पहिला चाहिँ फर्स्टमा मार्केटमा जाँदा के हो हामी नै अनौठो देखेको कि क्या हो कसले हेरिरहेको छैन हामीलाई जस्तो हुन्थ्यो क्या होइन पहिला चाहिँ डर लागेको तर त्यस्तो केही छैन सेफ्टी तपाईँ पुरै रात बाहिर हिँड्नुहोस् केही पनि छैन हाम्रो नेपालमा बढी डर छ बाहिर राति हिँड्नलाई होइन तर त्यहाँ तपाईँ होल राति नै मान्छे प्रायः निस्किन्छन् गर्मी ठाउँबाट होला मेबी एकदमै सेफ्टी छ त्यो एउटा फ्ल्याट हुन्छ म्याम फ्ल्याटमा अब रुम्समा कुनै रुममा 2 जना म्याक्सिमम 3 जना तर 3 जना कमै बस्छन् हजुर किचन चाहिँ अब ग्यासहरू सबैलाई छुट्टा छुट्टै दिन्छ हजुर सेल्फ खाना मेस हुँदैन सामानहरू चाहिँ उनीहरूले पनि दिनुहुन्छ खाना चाहिँ आफूले बनाएर खाने हो सबै थोक किन जानुपर्छ हजुर अलाउन्स अब त्यो स्यालेरीमै इन्क्लुड भएर आएको हुन्छ
म चाहिँ एक्चुअली बिएससी म बिएससी नर्सिङ बेङ्गलोरमा पढेको होइन अनि बेङ्गलोरमा पढेपछि एउटा डिसअपोइन्टिङ कुरा चाहिँ बेङ्गलोरमा पढेकोलाई नर्सिङ लाइसेन्स नदिने एउटा कुरा भएको थियो त्यति बेलामा एउटा ठुलो केस भएको थियो हजुरले थाहा थिएँ थिएन हजुर हजुर वी स्ट्रगल फर द्याट टु गेट लाइसेन्स फ्रम नेपाल एक्चुअली त्यो केसहरू आएको थियो त्यसपछि बेङ्गलोरमा कोही पढ्न गएको थिएन लाइक इन्डियाले पनि नदिने नेपालले पनि नदिने हामी त बिचमा पढेर जस्तो भएको आई वाज पास आउट अन 2012 है अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ मान्छेहरूले प्रायः अब बेङ्गलोरमा पढ्न नजाने त्यो कल्चर राख्यो होइन त्यो चाहिँ अब नेपाल गभर्मेन्टकै काम हो भनेर कहाँबाट सुने होइन बट मैले चाहिँ लाइसेन्स पाएँ नेपालमा अनि मैले चाहिँ फर्चुनेटली बालकेन सरलाई भेटेँ नेपालमा नर्सेसको करियर सो हुन्छ नि लाइक स्याड लेभलको छ है हामी कति दिनरात गरेर हामीले ग्रेजुएट गर्छौँ we spend so much sweat and blood नै भनौँ न फर इन्स्ट्यान्ट होइन अनि त्यसपछिको पेमेन्टहरू चाहिँ हामी नेपालको नर्सेसहरूले म्याक्सिमम् पाउने हो भने 12,000 to 15,000 आई वर्क इन सुमेरु हस्पिटल होइन धापाखेल मेडिसिटी हस्पिटल मेडिसिटी वाज वान अफ द बेस्ट स्यालेरी गिभर हस्पिटल इन नेपाल त्यसमा पनि मैले 20,000 पाएँ 20,000मा मेरो रुम रेन्ट भनेको 15,000 होइन अब फ्ल्याटमा बसेपछि सेभिङ इज निल अनि त्यस्तो अवस्थामा अनि लाइक एकदम क्रन्चेस हुन्थ्यो कि पैसाको चाहिँ अलिक सेभिङको अनि त्यो त सबैले तपाईँहरूले बुझिरहनु भएको छ नेपालको अहिले पनि कन्डिसन अहिले पनि म इन्टरभ्यू दिन जाँदा मलाई मेरो स्यालेरी सोध्यो साउदीको अनि त्यो स्यालेरीको बेसिसमा दे रिजेक्टेड मी टु हस्पिटलले यो मेट्रो हस्पिटलले पनि उहाँले भन्नुभयो कि तपाईँले त्यति धेरै स्यालेरी खाएपछि हाम्रो स्यालेरीमा आँखा जाँदैन सो इन द्याट रेसियो तपाईँले राम्रोसँग काम पनि गर्नु हुँदैन नाउ 25,000 they are offering 25,000 only no in Saudi German मेरो बेसिक स्यालेरी नै 4,500 थियो मेरो होइन त्यति बेलामा नेपाली रुपिज अराउन्ड 1,54,000 त्यस्तो थियो एन्ड आई वर्क ओभर टाइम होइन ओभर टाइम गरेर 6,000सम्म पनि मैले पाएको थिएँ इट मिन्स लाइक 2.3 लाखसम्म पनि पाएको थिएँ अनि ईद अनि त्यसपछि उहाँहरूको रमजानहरूमा त झन् धेरै डबल भन्दा पनि धेरै दिनुहुन्थ्यो एन्ड आई वाज इन कोरोना पिरियड द्याट टाइम त हामीले धेरै नै ओभर टाइमहरू गऱ्यौँ अनि त्यही अनुसारको कोरोना अलाउन्स प्लस ओभर टाइमहरू गरेर हामीले मोर देन 8,000 पनि कमायौँ होइन यस साउदी जर्मनी इज गुड 3 लाखसम्म पनि हामीले घर पठायौँ कहिलेकाहीँ त फर्चुनेटली है किनभने कोरोनाको समयमा के भएको थियो नेपालमा नर्सेसहरू न बाँच्नु न मर्नु भएको थियो है अब न कोठा दिन्थ्यो न हुन्छ नि मान्छेहरूले नबुझ्ने त बट साउदी आई सुड रेस्पेक्ट देयर मेन्टालिटी एभ्रिथिङ उहाँले चाहिँ नर्सलाई मदर जस्तो ट्रिट गर्नुहुन्छ दे ट्रिट अस लाइक मदर दे टेल अस लाइक यु आर लाइक इन्कार्नेसन अफ गड अल्लाहको इन्कार्नेसन हो तिमीहरू भन्छ क्या हामीले चाहिँ लाइक एकदमै स्ट्यान्डर्ड लेभलको मेन्टालिटी प्लस एकदमै सेफ्टी त्यहाँ त तपाईँहरूको गार्ड 24 आवर्स हुन्छ हस्पिटल लगायत हाम्रो होस्टेलमा पनि हामीलाई चाहिँ नाइट लाइफ हुन्थ्यो त्यहाँ होइन किनभने डेमा त हामीले ड्युटी पनि हुन्छ अनि हामीले सपिङ पनि हस्पिटलको गाडीमा लगिदिन्थ्यो सेफली सपिङ पछि लिन पनि आउँथ्यो एभ्रिथिङ वाज सो फेसिलिटेड कि आई सुड हेभ कम ब्याक जस्तो लागिरहेछ अहिले चाहिँ बट अब फ्यामिली पनि छ अनि फ्यामिलीको पनि हेरचाहले म पनि ब्याक भएँ बट ओभरअल चाहिँ म आइसियुमा काम गरेको एन्ड दे ओरिएन्ट इन अ सच अ गुड वे कि यहाँ अब नेपालको हस्पिटलमा चाहिँ मैले अलरेडी 4 इयर्स नेपालमा काम गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ यता चाहिँ के एउटा पोलिटिक्स एउटा सिनियरिटी जुनियरिटी होइन जुनियर अब जुनियर भएपछि चाहिँ वी सुड वर्क अफ सिनियर्स काम पनि दिस पेसेन्ट मेरो हो तिमीले मेडिसिन दिनुपर्छ उसलाई अब मैले गरिनँ भने सी विल नट कोअपरेट विथ मी होइन अनि ओके लाइक त्यस्तो लेभलको मैले मेडिसिटीमा मैले फेस गरेको छु त्यो नाइट ड्युटीहरूमा भनौँ न उनीहरू चाँडै अब गइहाल्थ्यो रेस्ट गर्न अनि हामी तर त्यहाँ इन्चार्जदेखि लिएर इन्चार्जले यति इक्वालिटी हामीलाई मेरो इजिप्सियन इन्चार्ज हुनुहुन्थ्यो Miss Fatia was my in charge. She treated us so equally that no partiality. It's all about our mentality, okay? त्यहाँको एजुकेसनदेखि लिएर त्यहाँको प्र्याक्टिस अफ एजुकेसन चाहिँ एभ्रिथिङ सो प्र्याक्टिकल कि तपाईँहरूले कुनै कुरा फेस गर्न पाउनुहुने यस्तो पोलिटिक्सको कुराहरू भनौँ न अनि मैले यति एक्सपिरियन्स गेन गरेँ कि यति कन्फिडेन्ट त म थिइनँ म पहिला बोल्दा पनि एकदम लड बढाउने है त्यहाँ गएर चाहिँ एउटा इन्टरनेसनल लेभलको एक्सपिरियन्स प्लस इन्टरनेसनल लेभलको एउटा मेन्टालिटी पनि मैले गेन गरेँ होइन अनि यता चाहिँ 2टा हस्पिटलमा मैले दिँदा चाहिँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ त्यही स्यालेरीको बेसिसमा मैले भने स्यालेरी इट्स ओके मलाई 25,000 इज ओके बिकज इट्स नेपाल म त्यहाँको जस्तो एक्सपेक्ट गरेँ भने आई एम अ फुल बट स्टिल उहाँले चाहिँ होइन वी क्यानट अफोर्ड यु भने मलाई अहिलेसम्म जब पनि दिनुभएको छ इभन मेडिसिटीमा पनि 30,000 भन्नुभएको थियो उहाँहरूले बट दे डिन्ट कल मी इट्स ओके देन म अब त्यसपछि पनि के गरेँ सो साउदी नै होला मेरो भाग्यमा हजुर साउदीमा 2 इयर्सको कन्ट्र्याक्ट थियो 2 इयर्स हजुर हाम्रो अकामा पाएपछि वी आर लाइक लिगली त्यहाँको सिटिजन हो बट टेम्पोररी भनौँ न लाइक त्यो खाइनमा अकामाको भ्यालिडिटी 2 इयर्स हुन्छ अनि 2 इयर्ससम्म चाहिँ वी आर लाइक सिटिजनकै रूपमा त्यहाँको हामीलाई हिसाब उहाँले गर्नुहुन्छ बट इन्डिया त यु क्यान नो द्याट क्राइम लेभल कति धेरै छ नेपाल पनि त्यति सेफ छैन है अहिले यसो हेर्दा चाहिँ नेपालको सिनेरियो हेर्दा बट साउदीमा लाइक हामी 12 बजी पनि सपिङबाट बाहिर घर फर्किँदै हुन्छौँ लाइक कुनै डरै थिएन कि बिकज त्यस्तो इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा हामीलाई राख्यो नि त तिनीहरूले लाइक गार्डदेखि लिएर सेक्युरिटीदेखि लिएर र अनि हाम्रो बहिनीले भने जस्तो आँखा उठाएर हेर्दैन कुनै पनि केटाले हामीलाई कुनै पनि केटाले आँखा उठाएर हेर्दैन यहाँ त घुरेर हामीले उनीहरूले आँखा तल गरेर हिँड्छ उनीहरू अनि लाइक इट्स अल अबाउट रेस्पेक्टिङ देयर कल्चर होइन त अब हामीले म चाहिँ लाइक बाहिर जाँदा चाहिँ एउटा बाहिरबाट बुर्खा होइन एउटा कोट जस्तो बिकज वी सुड रेस्पेक्ट देयर सल जस्तो होइन लुज एउटा हुन्छ नि यो कोट जस्तो त्यो चाहिँ लाएर हिँड्थ्यो द्याट इज जस्ट फर देयर रेस्पेक्टको लागि मात्र हजुर फर साउदी जर्मन
कन्ट्रीमा जुन साउदी जर्मन हस्पिटल छ त्यो मध्येमा सारालाई चाहिँ एउटा मोडलको रूपमा अवार्ड गरेको छ राइट ड्युरिङ द कोरोना
So when Sarah will join Habib
Yeah, I'm waiting for the good offer. I'm waiting for the good offer. I will surely do. I'm waiting for that. चिन्तेपछि के लेख्ने डकुमेन्टेसनहरू यति गाइड गर्नुहुन्छ लाइक तँलाई नआउने रहेछ तँ नयाँ रहेछ भनेर त्यस्तो नभन्ने क्या उनीहरूले चाहिँ यु सुड लेभल अप टु माई लेभल भन्छ कि उसो सधैँ अनि एकचोटि चाहिँ जस्ट एउटा इन्चार्ज होइन त्यो चाहिँ इजिप्सियन इन्चार्जले एउटा वान अफ द स्टाफलाई तिमी त आज कति राम्रो देखेको मात्रै भन्यो उसले होइन नर्सिङ हेडलाई गरेर कम्प्लेन गर्यो मलाई त त्यो इन्चार्जले मलाई राम्ररी भन्यो भनेर अन द स्पोट हि वाज लाइक एक्जेल्ड क्या उसलाई साउदीबाटै एक्जेल गरिदिएको केटा मान्छेलाई केटा इन्चार्ज हुनुहुन्थ्यो हाम्रै आइसियुको अन द स्पोट उसलाई अहिले एक्सेल भिजा क्यान्सल उसलाई अन द स्पोट उसको इजिप्ट पठाइदियो अनि नेभर क्यान कम ब्याक त्यस्तो ब्ल्याक त्यो गरेर पठाइदियो